Waiting for confirmation. In the quiet space between the candle's open and its close, between the impulse to act and the wisdom to wait, that's where true mastery begins. Most traders believe success comes from prediction, but the deeper truth is mastery comes from observation, from waiting, from trusting that the market will show you what it wants if you're patient enough to see it. Trading is not about reacting. It's about listening. It's about learning to read what the market is actually saying, not what your emotions are screaming. When you wait for confirmation, you do something rare. You surrender control to clarity. You give up the need to be first in exchange for the right to be right. The market rewards not the fastest, but the calmest. You can see it in every chart. Those who rush chase shadows. Those who wait move with purpose. And so, waiting for confirmation becomes not just a trading skill, it becomes a state of being. You begin to understand that confirmation isn't about the candle pattern, or the moving average, or the retest. It's about alignment of your emotions, your logic, and your patience with the rhythm of the market. The truth is, every setup whispers before it speaks. The noise looks like opportunity. But confirmation is the market's way of saying, now I am ready. Pause. Soft wind ambience. When you start your trading journey, every flicker of movement feels personal. Every tick feels like a call to action. You chase candles, not because of greed, but because of fear. Fear of missing out, fear of being wrong, fear that the market might move without you. But as you grow, you realize the market moves with or without your permission. Your job is not to catch every move, it's to catch the meaningful ones. The ones that align with your plan, the ones that confirm your story. To wait for confirmation is to admit, I don't need to be first, I need to be sure. That is not hesitation, that is wisdom. Soft piano returns, gentle rhythm. Patience in trading is like a muscle. At first it trembles, it feels heavy, unnatural. You want to act, you want to click. Your mind says, do something. But the professional trader has learned a secret. Doing nothing is sometimes the most powerful action. Every candle takes time to form. Every trend takes time to reveal its strength. When you act before confirmation, you are trading the future. When you wait, you are trading reality. And reality is where consistency lives. Pause. Slow breath sound effect. Think about this. Every time you enter too early, you are not just risking money, you are reinforcing impatience. You are teaching your brain that emotion is stronger than evidence. But every time you wait for confirmation, even if the trade runs without you, you are reinforcing discipline. You are teaching your brain to value control over impulse. You are becoming the trader the market respects. Because the market respects silence. It respects those who do not chase it. It reveals itself to those who observe. Waiting for confirmation is like watching a storm from the shore. You see the clouds forming, the wind shifting, the first drops of rain. You could run into the storm, or you could wait for it to pass and move with clarity when the sky clears. That is the art of timing. That is the art of stillness in motion. Soft heartbeats sound under the music. A trader's worst enemy isn't the market, it's time. Or rather, their relationship with time. In Dalk 10/28/2025 10:15 a.m. They want results now. They want validation now. But markets move in cycles, not seconds. The one who learns to be patient becomes timeless. Every confirmation signal is a moment of alignment between structure, volume, momentum, and psychology. The market whispers, now the story makes sense. And when you wait for that, you are no longer guessing, you are responding. Pause. Let's imagine for a moment. You open your charts, the setup looks beautiful. Your bias says buy. The candles are rising. You can almost feel the profit. But then you breathe. You remind yourself, let it confirm. Minutes pass. The candle closes not above resistance but below it. What looked like strength was actually exhaustion. And in that moment, your patience saved you. You didn't just avoid a loss, you protected your emotional capital. Because every bad trade costs more than money, it costs confidence. Confirmation is your shield. It protects you from yourself. Gentle rainfall ambience begins, slow, meditative. There's a rhythm in trading that only the patient can hear. It's slow, steady, deliberate. It's the rhythm of confirmation. Impatience is loud, it shouts. Confirmation whispers. It asks, are you calm enough to wait for me? Most traders never reach that level of quiet. Their charts are loud because their minds are loud. They cannot hear the signal beneath the noise. But when you begin to slow down, to truly slow down, the market starts to speak differently. You begin to feel when a setup is not yet ready. You sense hesitation in the candles, weakness in the structure, uncertainty in the volume. Your awareness expands. You start seeing what others miss, because you've learned to wait for truth, not temptation. Pause. Waiting for confirmation is an act of trust. Trust in your system. Trust in your experience. Trust in the natural flow of probability. The impatient trader says, I hope this works. The patient trader says, I know what I'm waiting for. Hope is a gambler's emotion. Clarity is a professional's edge. Every time you wait for confirmation, you're building a habit of clarity. And clarity compounds faster than capital. Music deepens, slow cello tones enter. There's a peace that comes from patience. You stop forcing trades. You stop overanalyzing. You stop needing to be right. You realize the market doesn't need your opinion. It needs your observation. And once you understand that, everything changes. The noise fades, the chart slows down. Every candle becomes a sentence in a story, and you finally begin to read it fluently. That's what waiting for confirmation gives you, understanding. You see the narrative of price action as it unfolds. You no longer predict, you interpret. And interpretation leads to mastery. Pause. The best trades often feel boring. There's no rush, no chaos, no noise. Just calm conviction. The setup forms, the signal confirms, you act. And when you act from confirmation, you're no longer trading for excitement, you're trading for alignment. Excitement is expensive. Patience is profitable. Soft chimes sound transition. When you truly learn to wait, your trading time changes. You start trading less, but earning more. You realize not every candle needs your attention. Not every move needs your reaction. You trade like a hunter, not a tourist. Each trade becomes a deliberate step in a long journey, not a random leap of faith. And with every confirmation, you feel the balance between logic and intuition strengthening inside you. You start to feel gratitude for the setups that don't confirm, because they saved you from your own impatience. They reminded you that no signal is also a signal. Pause. In the silence between signals, growth happens. Not in the trades, but in the spaces between them. That's where emotional control is forged. In Dalk 10/28/2025 10:15 a.m. You begin to feel peace even when you're not trading. Because your worth no longer depends on constant action. You found comfort in waiting. In stillness. In trust. Soft piano melody returns, uplifting progression. That's what waiting for confirmation truly means. It's more than a rule, it's a philosophy. A way of trading that reflects a way of living. To wait for confirmation in trading is to wait for clarity in life. to pause before reacting, to listen before speaking, to trust before forcing. Every candle tells you something about the market. Every moment of patience tells you something about yourself. The longer you trade, the more you realize the chart doesn't just test your strategy. It tests your soul. Waiting for confirmation is how you pass that test.